Alright, so part one, I'm just going to cut to the chase here. First thing you're going to do is this rod here is going to be located on the side here, with that being the front end. So as you're looking at the car, it's going to be on the right hand side right here, looking at the front of the car, right hand side. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take the tape off, because the tape is going to bind this together here and here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fit the rod, this rod, through this hole, the hole through here, and then there's a hole through here that it goes through. Now, a caveat here, the screws here and here you have to take out, but there's a washer, not washer, a nut on the bottom here that you have to hold in place to screw out. So be aware of that. Once you get this rod in, then you screw everything back in, right here and right here. Note that I've had to force this in right here because it would not fit properly. The hole was not drilled properly, but that's neither here nor there. I got it in, and I got it screwed in on both ends, so we're good there. Now, what you want to do is you want to put the wheels that say rear, on, like so. Make sure it's flush. You might have to adjust this part a little bit so it's flush as well. So it's flush, and it has a little bit of a lip sticking out. The rod sticks out a little bit here, as you can possibly see. That's okay. Same thing on this side. Put it on. Just slide it in. And there we go. Now, the next thing you're going to do, you're going to take these cotter pins, you're going to stick it in here. Okay. Now that it is in there, you're going to have to bend the metal back to hold it in place. So I just do it with this. I'll just bend it back. So a quick caveat to my previous statement is that you want to put the washer in first as well, so that way when the wheels go try to pop off, the washer is going to stop it from coming off. If this cotter pin was only there, it's possible that it would eat into the wheel itself, so it's important to have that washer there. So the end product will look like that. It's a little blurry. But I bent the pins up the best I could. So it's the pin, or the bottom of the pin, is worked around the actual rod, so you can't pull the pin out now. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the front suspension, this part, and you're just going to fit it on just like this into these two crevices, and you're going to fit the suspension right here into this little hole, and you're going to put 8 of these screws, 4 on each side. And don't forget the cotter pin right here to prevent this from popping out. I debated on putting a washer here behind it because I had extras, but I decided not to because I think there would be a lot of noise, so I left it out. I figured if there is an issue with it later, there would be signs of it going bad before it actually does, and I can take a look at it, get another cotter pin, and replace the cotter pin and actually put the washer behind it. Washer and cotter pin should be easy to find anywhere, Lowe's, but if you keep the washers, then all you need is a cotter pin. So, of course, now time for the front wheels. Of course, the wheels say front, they're the only ones left, and you would want to put them on like so. Now, granted, there's no grooves or anything for this to fit in. It's just going to freely spin, unlike the back wheels where the grooves were set in and it doesn't freely move. That's okay, because the power comes from back here. These are just going to move freely. Don't forget the cotter pins and the other side, and then after we're done with all the wheels, in this case the two front wheels, we're going to put on the caps. Alright, so now I got the wheels all together. Got the hubs on. They're easy, they snap in 4 places. You just apply pressure to the 4 places where they snap in, and you're good. So what I thought was a smart thing to do is put this on first with the 2 black screws before I put on the back end, which is sitting right there. And it just seems like I can get the screwdriver to fit flush on the screws better that way, or else you're going to have the bar in your way as you try to screw them in. Alright, so the last couple of things I did was I took these, I pushed them in, okay, and I attached these up front right here. These just slide in, both of these. What else did I do? Oh, I made sure that the seat slid in back to the back first. There's 2 holes in the back, and I just slid it in and I screwed down the seat here and here. That pretty much covers it. I don't think it was very hard to put together at all. So there you go. Not bad. Of course, one last thing. Definitely, if you can get a chance to charge the battery overnight, so that way your kid can play with it first thing in the morning, I would suggest doing that. So just go ahead and snap that in there. That connects the battery. Everything else is connected, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about doing all the wiring and stuff. That's already done for you. Just connect it here, and then it looks like all I have to do is snap it shut and put on the steering wheel, and that should be it. Well, the one thing I can't offer you right now, and it may take a little bit of research, is to figure out how the hell you charge it. Apparently, there's no port. I was told that you can charge it from the outside, but I don't see where. So, that's something I'm going to leave to you. Well, second thought, I couldn't just leave it. So, that's where you charge it. right here. Just plugs in right at the bottom.